got to a point that she couldn't live with the trauma in her, so she decided to share her true story.
My bedroom where me and my sister slept. My brother wasn't at the house. He was with his father. And I was half asleep. I was asking what was going on. And he was pulling me by the arm and
Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. If you are here for the first time, my name is Katrina. Thank you for coming, and to my returning viewers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. So on today's video, guys, I'm going to be talking about, speaking up. Yes, I came across a particular video today that is very disturbing. Yeah, about a lady that was sexually molested by her stepfather. And, he did that to her repeatedly. And it got to a point that she couldn't live with the trauma in her. So she decided to share her true story. So guys, I just want to tell anyone that could be going through a similar situation, or the same situation, to speak up right now. That is quite early than to wait for so long before speaking up when people will no longer believe you. Don't be scared, just speak up. Yes, I know you might be scared that you can hurt the people around you by speaking up. You might be scared that they won't believe you. You might be scared because of the threats that the person who is doing this to you, has threatened you in case you speak up. Still speak up. Nothing will happen to you. All those are just empty threats. Yes, that's what I've come to realize over the years. So, speak up. Yes, speak up no matter what.
My name is s3xually, and I'm a survivor of rape and molestation. My mom had me when she was 14. My sister's dad, which was my stepdad, he wasn't the nicest. Most of the time, he was really mean, abusive. He beat our mom a lot. Most of the times when we got in trouble when I was abused, it would most likely be when he was. And at the time, I didn't really understand, didn't know or whatnot, but I just know that whenever he was upset, he would take it out on us as the kids or my mother. So it started out as my mother was the only one who worked. She would work, jobs here and there or whatnot. And therefore, that would leave myself and my siblings in the house with my stepdad. I don't really have a time or whatnot. I just know that it started maybe when I was about 5 years old until 7 or 8. But it started off as he would make me do on him. That happened, here and there. And soon enough, he tried to me or would me. It went from starting out to just fully trying to or having me and just being so young, like, for one, I didn't have help. I didn't understand what was going on. I just knew that it hurted and I was in a lot of pain, and I didn't understand why he was doing this to me. I wanted to tell my mom, but she would say that I was lying. I made it up. She wouldn't believe me. Pretty much, I didn't know what to do. So anytime she left, or it would be times where she was in her room, which wasn't far from the living room or upstairs. And what was weird was that at times he would, leave from their bedroom and come to me and, have me perform sex or rape me or whatnot. But it was weird because she never got up to see, where he was at or what he was doing or anything. I was really hurt that my mom didn't believe me, wouldn't believe me or anything. Most importantly, he would tell me if I told anyone, he would beat me. Most of the time I didn't tell until I just got fed up, but nothing was done about it or anything. The beatings, they would happen often, most of the time after he would put his hands on our mother. When my mother got beat up or whatnot, he, would come to myself or my brother, and we would get whooped. Whatever we had in the house or home, he would go and sell and exchange it for And sometimes I would have money from like a relative, not really much, but it was like, anything valuable, any type of money, he would try to, he would take it away. It all happened one night. I can't remember what happened, but I just know I was pulled from my bedroom where me and my sister slept. My brother wasn't at the house. He was with his father. And I was half asleep. I was asking what was going on, and he was pulling me by the arm and took me in my mother's room. My mother was just sitting there. And so, everything is really a blur. But next thing I know, they were arguing or whatnot. He started hitting her, just started being abusive for no reason. And I'm just crying or whatnot. And so he had a knife. He put it to my neck, my mom's neck, and he said, should I kill y'all or should I go to jail? He molested my mom in front of me and then raped me and performed on me in front of my mother, well, next to my mother. Went to bed. Of course, I'm confused. I'm crying. I'm thinking he's going to kill us. I'm scared to death. The next day, surprisingly, he didn't kill us. My mom somehow was able to get to her phone and she called the police. And so when the police came, they asked, what was going on, and she told them that, let them know that he was beating on her or whatnot. So domestic violence, so they handcuffed him for that. I thought that was the end of it. Not only did he go to jail for domestic violence, now they know about, me being raped and molested. And so I had to talk to a detective and whatnot. I had to, they had a dial where, they ask you, what happened? Did he touch you here? Did he touch you there? And I was scared and I told them that, and, they made me feel comfortable, and I, explained to them on the dial, like, yes, he touched me inappropriately, and he, was doing things that he was not supposed to do to me. I was terrified. For one, I didn't know anything about jail, really, being so young. And then all I thought about was, for one, I just want my mom. I just want to be with my mom. And then two, he might come back out and, whoop me, beat me, and, he threatened to kill me, so there's no telling, what's going to happen or whatnot. He was in prison, I would say, maybe close to 20 years. We were going to the courthouse, me and my mom. We get down there. Next thing I know, I'm in a room and she's in a separate room. And they tell me that they're going to take me somewhere. And I looked at my mom. I started crying. I'm like, where am I going? Where are you taking me? And to my knowledge, they were actually sending me off to a foster home, and it ripped my heart into pieces. Like, all I wanted was my mom. I didn't understand what was going on. I was scared. She stood there and actually just looked. Like, she didn't hug me. She didn't kiss me goodbye or anything. It was just like she just let it happen. She didn't fight for me. Literally every foster home that I went to, I was molested. I was touched inappropriately. I told the first foster mom, that the person was touching me inappropriately, doing stuff, pretty much. I was lying. Once again, she didn't believe me. So next thing I know, not even probably 2 months or 3 months, myself and my sister, we were sent off to another foster home. Just know we got treated fairly. There wasn't any violence in the home or anything. Like, they had 2 dogs that we loved. Like, it was like pretty much that you dream of being a kid. Just having a mom and dad, siblings, got a nice dog or 2, nice house. But sooner or later, the oldest son, he started touching me inappropriately. He was sneaking to my room sometime and like play with my. And I am only in maybe 3rd, 4th grade at that time. I didn't say anything or whatever because I didn't want to get him in trouble. And then me, with the luck I had, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe he stopped. Maybe he'll stop, this, there, that day or whatnot. But it prolonged for a while. And I was just got fed up. I went and I talked to my foster mom. I told her, what happened, what was going on, and how long, it was going on. So we had a meeting, a family meeting. The husband, the other the other kids or whatnot. The person who molested me, he cried, swore up and down, like threw a fist, swore up and down I was lying. He swore in his life they never did it to me, never touched me, I'm lying, and all this and that. I would say not even 2 weeks later, I thought it was, thought he would be done, thought, he wouldn't do it anymore. And he proceeded to do it again, on and off. And so I don't know the time, but because I went and I did the right thing, growing up and looking back on that, pretty much I was told I was lying, and the foster mom, ended up getting us removed from her house, and we had to go to another home. Yeah, I was maybe third, fourth grade or whatnot, and pretty much we were there for a long time. My sister and myself. The person who adopted me, she introduced me, with the church a lot. She's very, religious or whatnot. She introduced me to God and to church, which I love, and I thank her. Definitely, I thank her a lot about so much. At the end of the day, I feel like people have their opinion already, what they have made up in their head about my situation or whatnot. It sucks, sometimes, but at the end of the day, I feel like I have, as far as like verbally or whatnot, or just having something to prove, because I used to go by, I have to prove this person wrong. I have to get my side out, my story, matters, going so long and, being, trying to do right and, trying to really, open up to people and tell them your side or to prove, a situation wrong. And really it gets nowhere. So, I gave up and I just, let God do the healing for me, the, speaking for me. I let him lead and guide me. And as I said, with this book, regardless of people say what they think about my situation years ago, what happened to me, and even, now or whatnot, I'm just like, what, I'm not going to stress myself out. I wish just I had a mentor, just have someone, to let me know I wasn't alone, that it's okay to come forward, to talk about it, get your truth out. I just wish I had just a person like myself, because as I stated, I went through a lot of things by myself and I didn't have anyone. And, it definitely, I am proud to say, it molded and shaped me to who I am today. And, it's sad that I had to go through that and just so much, but I have my son. He's very proud of me and he looks up to me, and I'm definitely a great person, great mother, and I'm proud of myself because, a lot of people who are raped, molested or whatnot, they turn to, and they, it all goes downhill, or turn to alcohol and me, I can literally stand here right now and today. That's one thing I'm proud about myself is I didn't have to turn to none of that. I didn't have to, have that stuff happen to me. So I definitely thank God that, he kept me and, had another way out. And that's why I'm here today, to help others and be an impact on others, because it's not going to be easy, not by far, but just know that is help out here, is resources. And then not only that, it's people, you can talk to and reach out to. And I can be one of them. One thing I would say is, which I'm really, really proud of myself.